Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Just like Dr. Dimitro explained, we are co-organizing the conference with the United Nations Joint Inspection Unit. And the theme of the conference is, the title of the conference is Public-Private Partnerships for the Implementation of the United Nations 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda. Yeah, like I said, this is the theme. The theme of the conference is centered around Goal 17 of the Sustainable Development Goals. And the Sustainable Development Goals, for those who don't know about them, they are a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. So the focus is Goal 17. It entails more engagement of the private sector in the implementation of the 2030 Agenda. And by engagement, we mean both qualitative and quantitative. Also deep embedding of the UN values and objectives in the business models of private companies, and to actually see an enhanced impact of those values. And advances from CSR and direct contributions to the realization of SDGs, and expansions of for-profit entities' activities in areas which were usually addressed by the public sector. The expected outcome of the conference is a better understanding of the evolving nature of existing and emerging partnerships. And this will provide the UN system and its member states with valuable information on good practices regarding the public-private partnerships, and an assessment of existing models of multi-stakeholder partnership arrangements involving the private sector, and to see how fit for purpose they are and if they can be improved upon. And also a critical examination of current partnership policies and administrative structures, and to assess their potential to stimulate further partnerships with the private sector. Strengthening the partnerships between the UN and public sector and the private sector through enhanced coordination, effective simplified framework of operations, and an open and transparent dialogue. And the aim of this is just to build bridges of common understanding between the public sector, the UN system, and the private sector. For this common understanding to be based on a common knowledge base. For those of you who are interested in attending the conference, there are several benefits, especially for the private sector. It's a chance for private companies to show their future and current PPP projects, and to present your company through a prestigious platform as a champion of sustainable development, to find new clients from across the world and build relationships with decision makers, because it's going to be a chance to meet with more than 450 of UN officials, ministers, and decision makers all over the world. And to enhance the profile of your company in your internal market by having participated in such a prestigious conference, and to get a chance to network directly with key ministers and decision makers, and even from leaders from the private sector. We have sponsorship opportunities for the conference, and the main reason why we're offering sponsorship is to allow for people from developing countries and students who would like the opportunity to attend such a conference, to give them a chance to do that. The benefits of sponsorship, the first one obviously is that any company who will sponsor can claim and publicize their role as a champion of UN SDGs. And we have designed several levels of sponsorship to suit different budgets and corporate needs. Some of the benefits include free delegate registration, free subscription to our publications, and I believe there are still a few chances to be on the keynote panels, but these are going very fast. And things like branding during the conference proceedings, etc. And another thing, we have a sister organization called Sudan Knowledge, and together with WASD, and again in partnership with the United Nations Joint Inspection Unit, we are organizing the 5th Diaspora International Conference. and it's going to be on the 13th of April, which is the day after the WASD International Conference. And the theme or the title of this conference is going to be, again, the role of the diaspora in public-private partnerships for the implementation of UN 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda. And the reason why we are interested in the diaspora is basically driven by a goal to build constructive relations between the diasporas and their countries of origin to realize sustainable development in their countries. And by this theme or by this drive, we have organized 4 successful diaspora conferences, and this one comes in partnership with the Joint Inspection Unit, and we expect it to have greater impact than the previous ones. That's just a final note for you. Thank you for listening. If anyone is interested we have flyers about Sudan Knowledge and WASD, and a few of our other publications. We also have our sponsorship package. If anyone's interested, we can give it to them. Thank you so much.